President Obama appointed former Senator Bob Graham and former EPA Chief William Riley to head a national commission to investigate the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. Obama gave the commission his full support for a full and vigorous inquiry into the worst oil spill in U.S. history. Everywhere you look, auto companies are pushing electric technology, but some industry experts say that this country is not ready to say goodbye to the gas pump. While the market is a destination due to its wide array of unique products, what's more is that it's part of a growing trend called TOD, transit-oriented development. In a time where the gay community's demand for equal rights is only growing louder, many would say that having a separate team contradicts that agenda. But that's not how members of this team see it. Although university officials updated students today via emergency text message, students who are on lockdown in the library received poor cell reception, so they turned to the internet to receive their information. Andrew Sabatka has been skating since he could walk.
My dad works for the Red Wings, so I always grew up in a hockey family. I've been skating since before I was 2.
But when Sabatka was in high school, his hockey career got benched because he was gay and not out.
I was definitely ridiculed by other team members, even just saying, you know, fag or something in the locker room. I quit for fear of being found out.
Now, years later, Sabatka is back on the ice, but this time in a more accepting environment, the Black Wolves, a gay men's team in the North Shore Adult Hockey League.
So I think playing on a gay team now is giving me the opportunity to get back into it and really be accepted amongst the whole team.
In a time where the gay community's demand for equal rights is only growing louder, many would say that having a separate team contradicts that agenda. But that's not how members of this team see it.
I mean, we have straight people on our team, so I think it goes both ways. You know, gay people play with straight people and straight people play with gay people. We're just more gay friendly than most teams.
When you get on the ice, really the more important things is, you know, your team versus their teams.
And when it comes to those matchups, the Black Wolves are not only keeping up, they're skating ahead. So far this season, they are 3-1. And with 40 members, the Black Wolves are adding to their ranks.
I think as more people get comfortable with the idea of gay people playing sports, they'll grow, they'll continue to grow.
Until then, the Black Wolves will keep winning to gain respect and acceptance on and off the ice. John Lund, Northwestern News Network. It's spring, and across college campuses, students are preparing for finals, graduation, and a job market they say
sucks.
It's rough.
It's not very good. Anna Zimbrick is one of those soon-to-be grads spending time in hot pursuit of the hottest commodity among 20-somethings, a job.
You know, spending a lot of time writing cover letters, poring over websites, talking to people, but really not hearing anything back.
Career Services Director Paul Binkley says graduates are entering one of the worst job markets ever.
I really think they're going to find something, but it's just going to take them longer on average than it would have in the past. But if they start networking and start asking people for informational interviews earlier, say like in September, October, it's very possible that come May, they'll have a lot of really good leads.
To find good leads, Binkley says step outside and get face to face.
It's going to take a lot more networking. I tell all of my students and alumni that the more time they spend away from a computer and in front of people, getting to know them and networking, the better it will be for them in the long run.
Zimbrick's been doing just that.
Even if it hasn't turned into a job yet, I still somewhat feel like I'm making progress, and I really enjoy meeting and talking with people.
Binkley says internships and temp jobs might be the best way to go post-graduation. A recent Pew survey showed that the amount of 18 to 29-year-olds with full-time jobs decreased 9 percentage points in the last 4 years. In a job market where Binkley says it's not unusual for 400 people to apply for one job, it's important to stand out. He says rather than simply listing their skills, job seekers should write about how they got them.
Everybody can have those skills. Not everybody can have gotten them the way that you did. And that's the best way to do it. You tell them more of a story on your resume as opposed to just saying, I answered the phones.
As for Zimbrick, the search continues.
You know, occasionally there are moments when I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to be doing in a month or two. But I guess, you know, that's a situation for everyone. I'm not feeling panicked yet. So ask me again in a month.
So for all you recent grads, happy hunting. John Lund reporting in Washington. You could say it was a flurry of activity this morning as 27 teams chiseled, carved, and sawed their way through 10-foot-tall blocks of snow. Gary Simon drove 90 miles with his team to work on their creation called I Don't Think We're in Kansas Anymore. It's an ode to Millennium Park's Bean and the Wizard of Oz. Simon has been a snow sculptor for more than 15 years.
We carved last year here, and we carved in the suburbs for a couple years, and we carved in Rockford every year since I started. And we won the 2000 Illinois State Championship in 2000, and we went to the Nationals in Lake Geneva twice. That was cool.
So everyone knows it's cold outside, but if you look around, there isn't any snow on the ground. The creator of the event says that's okay though. He'd rather make his own.
Because if you rely on Mother Nature, sometimes it's powdery, sometimes it's heavy, wet stuff, and it's just, you know, to get it all nice and consistent, it's best to use just the stuff that we make. And that way all the sculptures have the same quality of snow.
Fran Valls uses snowmaking machines to create his own snow, which is then compacted into 6 or 10 foot tall blocks, ready for sculpting.
They're able to take their chisels and really get some nice, clean, you know, sharp lines, and you'll see some beautiful pieces out here with some great detail.
Sculptors say the combination of man-made snow and Arctic temperatures are perfect for this year's competition.
This year it's harder than a rock. So it's just, you got to have the right tools, and you just got to adapt to whatever conditions you're given that year, and these conditions are fabulous.
And so are the sculptures, so far. They'll be finished tomorrow and on display all weekend, with little chance of melting. John Lund, Northwestern News Network.